Yo, what's good? It's none iller. You tuned into Mogul Mined, and this is Let's Talk Music. Today, I'm going to tell you what the record labels don't want you to know. Now, as far as we go back in the music industry, it's always been be the best artist, come out with the best music, and probably get discovered. Do a lot of showcases, open up for A&Rs, do whatever you can to get discovered. It's not like that anymore. Not saying it can't happen, but the percentage is extremely low. Why is that? It's not because the record labels don't think that you have talent, but they're not just looking for talent. They're looking for the complete package. Meaning, you could have a song that is the hottest song they ever heard in life. But because you only have 10 followers and labels no longer provide artist development, chances are they will not choose you over someone that has a decent song and they have 300,000 organic followers. Nowadays, you need to come fully prepared. You need to have your stuff together. You can't expect people to do the work for you any longer. They want to make sure they know what they're getting before they even pursue you. And we're in a day and age to where it's so easy to find you out, to look you up. You can't think that people haven't seen what you've done. For that reason, all your outlets that your name is on need to be handled properly. So when they're checking out your YouTube, your SoundCloud, your Facebooks, your Spotifys, your Instagrams, your Twitters, not so much Snap, but you get it. When they check out your stuff, what do they see? What do they come across? Do they come across somebody who's begging for the attention to be seen? Which is a lot of local people, like a lot of independent or local people who want to be independent. And that's in any city. You know, that's any city you go to, it's the same thing. They're looking for stars. They're looking for someone who lights a room up, someone who demands attention, someone who knows how to command and shape a crowd. Not someone who cries and complains about support. The main thing is you're now an investment. You've always been an investment, but bigger now. Because talented musicians, talented artists don't always break the barrier for what brings in money. There's a lot of talented musicians out there who actually are probably starving and are having trouble making it by. It's your job to make sure you bring the complete package. Here's the flip side to that. By the time a label pursues you, you may not need them. And I say this because you'll have a following that a label feels like you're worth putting money behind. But unless you're extremely broke, you have no money, chances are that contract they offer you, it may be a better idea to pass it up. Unless you know for a fact, like you're getting a single deal or something. If you're getting a single deal for a hot song and you have a following, they can push that to the forefront, increase your following, and allow you to build your worth even more. But you need to make sure you're looking at the right figures. Don't sign album deals and things to where you're under a certain amount of time with options. Options means, let's say someone gave you a 3-album contract with a 4th and 5th option. That means after 3 albums, they have the option to say, we want to keep you on for a 4th or keep you on for a 5th. A lot of artists don't make it to that level of albums. Think of any artist you truly look up to, except a few that have made a successful 4th or 5th album. Some people can't even make it to the 3rd successful album. So you have to think about that. The hardest thing to realize is that you are your A&R. You are your label. So you don't need the ears to hear you and seek you out. A lot of these A&R truly are hanging to the last thread by their job. Meaning, unless they bring a hit artist in or bring a hit record or a hit following, they're kind of on thin ice, only because we're in such a competitive market. It's been that way, but now it's extremely competitive because so many people are waking up and want to be artists. Now, if you know this, you enter things differently. Record labels play the game completely differently than everyone else. They have more resources. They can do more things. And honestly, they can run a lot of the industry because they have the power to do so. You have to understand that your only way in is to beating them at their own game or become hot enough that they can't deny you. And then that's when stuff starts rolling in. You're not worth the label's attention until you have multiple labels seeking you, because then you get bidding wars and you get competition and you get people fighting for you. If nobody wants you, then nobody wants you. So make sure you think about that when you're making your music. Your push and your product has to be well packaged. You have to make sure that you're relevant enough to care, for the label to care, for others to care. Are your fans going to be upset that you don't have music coming out? That's what they're looking for. Are your fans going to come to your shows? Are they going to come and actually, when you spend money in studio time, are you going to be able to reimburse that because you recouped money from the fans and the tours and stuff? If you're lacking in those areas, you're not even worth the record label concept. But you need to know that record labels aren't taking artists from the ground up and making them better artists. Now they want the artist already packaged and complete.